Welcome back, everyone, to the Bitcoin Business Bureau. I'm your host, as always, LitecoinLeader. I wanted to tell you about a few things, a way to send out a little bit more information to you guys, given the restrictions that I have here on YouTube for many reasons. I decided I was going to make a backup channel, and the backup channel is listed right down here below. It's called EconomicLeader, kind of between EconomicPreppers and LitecoinLeader. So we're going EconomicLeader. That's going to be the name of the channel, and I hope to release a video. Hopefully it pops up right here. Just wait for it. Wait for it. Should be popping up right about now. Okay, so the first video I'm doing today is about one of our favorite subjects, which is silver. And I'm going to be doing a video on silver, how to know more about silver, how to check it out. This is a 2-ounce piece. This is what I usually show because it's so much easier to display a 2-ounce piece. This is a 1, but this is a 2-ounce eagle replica. And I'm going to show you how to be able to test silver, how to know what silver is good to get physically, of course. And that's going to be the first video that's going to be debuting up. It's going to be up here. It's going to be debuting later today when I get to it. Hopefully I get to it before this one debuts. But I also wanted to talk about what's going on this week and also some crypto news. So we're going to try and focus this channel more back to crypto. But I also want to tell you that for those of you who are subscribers to my Patreon, thank you again. Really appreciate everyone that watches these videos, subscriber or not. But if you like these videos, they're free. Subscribe, like them. That always helps the channel. Give a thumbs up, helps out the algorithm. The AMA that we do every other week, there's an AMA this Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. So Patrick and I are going to be doing one of those. Also, in the description, you're going to find the Economic Preppers, the channels for that. We can't put everything on YouTube, but we did show a clip that debuted today, and it's in the description. It's also in the pinned post as far as the pinned comment for this video, as well as the BitChute and the Rumble links to the channel, so you can watch the full episode. We talked for a while. It was Patrick and Dylan and myself on a number of different things. We talked about silver, real estate, inflation, crypto, economy, January, a particular Supreme Court case. Lots of different things were mentioned and talked about. The pyramids, all that stuff was in there. So it's a good show. Check it out. It's about it's a little bit longer of an episode. We're going to try and format it so we get to around an hour. We ran a little long this time, but we're still getting in the swing of things. Give us a few episodes to work out the kinks. But go check it out. Economic Preppers. Follow us on BitChute, Rumble, and YouTube. Share it out. Would really help out the channel, help it grow, and help us to reach more people as we're trying to. I'm in more social circles now, more influencer circles. I'm working with Chris over Financial Preppers and also Jack at Nobody Special Finance. There's a Discord group for both. I'm over there helping out as well, just being the crypto guy for them or one of them. Trying to spread the word about our channel as well, but also mentioning meetups. Like we have one coming up, I believe, in January in the Milwaukee area. Shout out to Eva for coordinating that. And then we are looking at something probably in the May timeframe. So we're with lots going on, plenty to go on. But that's so the AMA is Wednesday night, got that covered. The video came out today, got that covered. Backup channel, got that covered. So let's talk a little bit about crypto for a minute, and let me share my screen and go over just a few stories that are popping up lately for crypto. And we can do that. There we go. So first off, let's jump right to the first page. Okay, so lots of people were concerned about crypto exchanges. And here's a post from David Morgan today. And you can see right now they are taking odds on whether sorry, bouncing between too many windows here. There we go. So they're taking odds right now on what exchange is going to fail next. So the number one is crypto.com. What else would I get? Crypto, eToro, Qcoin, which I've heard rumbles from George, which is Cryptos R Us, great channel. Bitfinex, should be Bitfinex, but Gemini, Robinhood should be higher, and so on. Binance, Kraken, you can see. So there's plenty of them out there. Those you don't know, like these are Vegas odds, so they're called money lines. Plus 200 means it's 2 to 1. Plus 350 is 3.5 to 1. Plus 400, 4 to 1. So if you were to bet on crypto.com being the next one, if you bet $100 on it, you would win your $100 back plus extra $200. That's how those betting odds work. And there went my silver coin. But it's gotten so crazy that, even David Morgan, he's the big silver guy. That's another reason that prompted me to talk about silver on the other channel. But yeah, there's lots of other exchanges that people are concerned about. I've heard George mention Qcoin as a possibility, so this is one of the things that people were concerned about. All these centralized exchanges, get your coins off of them, please. Not your keys, not your coins. There's no reason to keep coins on an exchange unless you're in active trade. Other than that, 99% of the time, all your coins should be in a safe wallet, and a software wallet, a hardware wallet should not be on an exchange. Pretty much anything besides an exchange is better than an exchange, except like, a paper wallet you're leaving out and posting in Panera. I mean, just don't put things out there, but get your stuff off the exchange so that if exchange shuts down, you have access to it. As I tell people, if you need a website to see your money, it's not your money. It's the website's money, and it's up for them to provide you access. So get out of that third-party risk, counterparty risk, and go get your coins in a safe wallet on a smartphone, which on LitecoinLeader.com, we got that video how to do that using a smartphone as a wallet. Great time to do that, considering that a lot of people are going to be getting new smartphones for Christmas. We'll see how that goes. But the other story I wanted to talk to you before I stop sharing my screen, which is, you got a quick peek of it before. Central banking digital currency pilot underway in the United States. What are the dangers? So here's an article from today about the New York Fed releasing a statement before Thanksgiving that they're rolling out a 12-week-long pilot for a central bank digital currency program. And it mentions the major players: MasterCard, Visa, Citibank, Wells Fargo, PNC Bank, TD Bank, HSBC, US Bank, and Truist. So Truist and PNC Bank are very much domestic banks. US Bank is too. HSBC is actually Hong Kong and Shanghai banking corporation. TD Bank is Canadian. So and Wells Fargo, they're US as well, but there's been issues with them in the past. These are all big banks. Okay, Citibank's big bank. Surprised Visa is not mentioned here directly, but they mentioned MasterCard, so probably Visa's involved too. So if you scroll down this article, it points out what are the dangers. Moving consumers to a central bank digital currency, central banking digital currency, seems streamlined and convenient at first, but there's always a price to pay for convenience. You're telling me. With CBDCs, every single transaction made by consumers feeds into the same massive data set. As we've talked about on this channel before, CBDCs, I'll post a link up to the ABCs of CBDC video that I did recently. It's a mouthful, I know. I'll post that link shortly up in the corner. Currently, large banks collect data on the consumers, but they do not combine the data with other banks. But if they go on and give an example, what if they did this? So you'd be able to tell a lot more about the end user. Has anyone tried this before? This was interesting in the article too. China has already rolled out their version of a CBDC system. There have been many issues stemming from failures to the technology. For example, $6 billion worth of money, currency, was unable to be withdrawn from accounts, according to VOA News. The article went on to describe many depositors have wanted to withdraw their savings from the bank since April, but couldn't. A problem with institutions initially blamed on upgrades to computer systems, but really it was restrictions. So not all blame can go to the computer systems. Chinese media reported that banks collaborated with authorities to intentionally freeze bank accounts. Remember the truckers in Canada, and remember all the displays or the riots, the disruptions in China. I don't know what I can say anymore. Who knows? But all the disruptions in China, and they couldn't get their banks in there. There were tanks on the streets. It was a mess. So that's the kind of thing that's out there about CBDCs. And as far as other failures, she stopped. She didn't go any further. But there's other examples. Here's one. CBD, central bank digital money, risks being an expensive failure. This was from June. Runs the risk of returning into a costly waste of time, according to the Center for European Reform. So this person happened to say, without widespread adoption, a CBDC will be an expensive failure and will do little to advance central bank's goals, which is to get this really out there. So going over to, I think this is a story from early November. Nigeria tried this, and they had an Naira. Hopefully I pronounced that right. The CBDC was trying to increase flow and lower the cost of remittances, which are money sent back to your country, kind of like Western Union, which is a great use for crypto. Don't get me wrong. That's great. That's like you could send stuff back to, if you're working in the U.S. and your family's in El Salvador, you could send them Bitcoin through crypto. much cheaper than Western Union. But based on the current exchange rate in the story, 8 billion Nairas was all they were doing per day and 700 transactions through the platform. That's equivalent to about $18 million total, or less than $50,000 daily. In addition, Bitcoin's daily transaction count currently came in at 257,000, over that number. Meaning at the current transaction count, the number of Bitcoin transactions would exceed the e-Naira's yearly count in less than 3 days. So according to Bloomberg, it's less than 0.5% of Nigeria's 211 million population is using that wallet. So let me drop out of here just to wrap this up a little bit. So central bank digital currencies are doomed to fail unless they get adoption. So they're going to do everything they can to push adoption and make you want to use it and kind of have to use it. It'll be negative interest rates. The money will go away, or currency will go away after, say, a couple months. You have to use it, which will increase the velocity in the economy, or the financial system, not really an economy. And they'll push this as the 12 weeks that they're testing now, starting mid-November, that's December, January, February. So middle February, they'll be ready to launch it, even though it's probably done and all ready to go at this point. So then it'll be just like, when is it most advantageous for them to launch? So look for them to launch it March to June timeframe, when the dollar is really just getting out of control for double-digit inflation. Will you likely, who knows what the Fed will do at that point, but they will steer towards this. So what are your thoughts of CBDC? I think most crypto people are against it, but I'd love to read your comments down below. Also, check out these backup channels where I'm covering silver later today in the Economic Leader channel. Be the first video on there. You'll find the link up here. And also you'll find links in the description and the pinned comment for Economic Leader, EconomicPreppers, the YouTube clip channel, and also Rumble and BitChute to watch the full episode. And lastly, an AMA for our subscribers on Wednesday at 8 p.m. So lots said today. I'm going to pause there, close the drawer in the bureau. Looking forward to reading your comments. And I'm going to say follow Leader one more time, and I will talk to you soon. Too much at the closing, Jeff. You got to work on this. Anyway, I will talk to you soon. See you on all these channels that I helped to sort out, and I'll talk to you soon. Probably tomorrow. Probably on the AMA as well for subscribers. But until then, it's Litecoin Leader, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.